What's going on, everybody? We are finally going to be talking about Marvel Spider-Man 2 with the announcement of getting no DLC, which is tremendously disappointing. And I want to get my thoughts out there because I know a lot of people are getting their own thoughts, their own concerns of, oh, how much they love this game, how much they hated this game. And within the last past few months of everything that has happened between Insomniac having that hack and then a lot of things getting revealed to the public and employees information getting out there, and then other things being come to the light with the possibility Sweet Baby Inc. had their hands in this, and then a little bit of the DEI in this, and then also with the storylines not going anywhere as of right now, because there was room for storylines for the Carnage storyline at the very end. Same thing with Black Cat, same thing with the Chameleon, and a few others. And there's been a lot of the people that first said that they love the game, then there's people come out here saying they hate the game, or the game was trash, or the game needed this amount of stuff, this amount of stuff. I'm just going to say this. I think, honestly, the first thing I'm going to tackle is the DLC. Honestly, I don't understand why we're not getting no DLC. We had tremendous amount of DLC for the first game, and there was a lot happening in that. It really went into the game of what happened with Yuri and what happened to her character, and they couldn't have done that without the DLC. And same thing what they're going to be doing if they ever did a DLC in Spider-Man 2. But what really gets me is they had so much time to do this, and I'm not sure if this was because of the hack or because of they just didn't think anybody wanted it or just other things. I'm not entirely sure, but it's very disappointing when you see games like God of War Ragnarok got its own DLC, even though it was smaller. Same thing with Horizon Zero Dawn. They were able to get another DLC as well. And from everything I heard, another map and more content, more weapons, more gameplay, which is amazing for those franchises. But at the same time, for Marvel Spider-Man 2, not getting no DLC, and there was, hope for it for so long. There's people that were trying to, be hopeful, and now there's no DLC. It's very disappointing, and I can't help but be a little angry because I was wanting DLC. I was wanting DLC. I was wanting to see where this was going to happen. And I know there were some people that didn't care. They thought, oh, well, you messed up with Venom. You messed up with this. You did that. And I'm going to say this. One, I love the character Venom. I like the design of Venom in this game, but the problem is I know a lot of people do not like the fact of seeing Harry become Venom. I was not a big fan of that. I dealt with it. I liked the design of Venom. I liked how you were able to become Venom. A lot of people did not like, including myself, of how Venom was not very playable in this game. It was very short. It felt very bittersweet. It wasn't like, oh, hey, you get to play as Venom, as a another character throughout the city, and then of course find out about Silk at the very end. There's nothing right now that said she's possibly going to be in the third game. Maybe she will, maybe she won't. I don't know. Same thing where, let's be honest, the Mary Jane, playing as Mary Jane again. No one really wanted to play as Mary Jane again. Everyone hated it in Spider-Man 1. And even Spider-Man 2, there was a lot of issues. I've even said there was issues with that. Playing as Miles in the first one wasn't always that fun. But then, of course, going into Spider-Man Miles Morales, the game was really good. Same thing with playing as Miles yet again in the game of this was good. But again, a lot of people hated the suit at the very end. I was one of those. I was not a fan of that suit. All the other suits that we got in the game was fun, but it did feel like Peter was lacking a lot of his suits from not only the comics, but from other standpoints as well, which we did not get. It felt like they were more focusing on Miles, and then we had that group come in where it was a small community of different artists that decided to come up with the 90s theme, and others that honestly was not that very appealing. Again, I know art is the eye of the beholder, but at the same time, it does not help when honestly most of the costumes were not that appealing. They honestly were, they sucked, and I'm not a fan of that. But again, if you enjoy those suits, go right ahead. But At the same time, with Insomniac, they are wanting to focus on Wolverine. They're wanting to focus on other games that are going to be coming out very soon. And am I going to say that Insomniac's the best thing that ever came out since sliced bread? No. But at the same time, they are a good company. They have provided amazing games: Ratchet and Clank, Spider-Man 1, Miles Morales, and now Spider-Man 2. Is Spider-Man 2 perfect? No, it is not. It does have its issues, but the gameplay was very appealing. Same thing with the story to a certain degree. A lot of people felt like, again, the third act felt like it was very messy. It was very rushed with getting the anti-symbiote, being able to fight Venom, then turn into Null a little bit, and then, the Web of Shadows type of feel to it. It felt like what a lot of people have been saying, oh, it's just they're pushing in so much in here, and it's like, honestly, there's some that want to go away from the symbiotes in 3. There's some that want to keep it. I feel in between. I feel like that they need to keep the symbiote there just a little bit to be able to keep the symbiote and then be able to fight Carnage in the third one, as a possibility, or at the same time maybe be able to have it in a Venom game. That's been another conspiracy for a very long time. I just think that now that it's been confirmed that DLC is not going to go forward with Spider-Man 2, it's just going to be it leaves a bad taste in everyone's mouth, and I'm one of those that I can't say I understand because I don't understand. I'm not in that room. I'm not making decisions. But I do feel bad for other Spider-Man fans like myself, where it's like we've been wanting DLC for so long to see where the story was going to take us, and now unfortunately the story's not going to take us nowhere. We just got to wait about 2 to 3 years or longer for the third one to drop, and hopefully it's going to be a nice, neat bow, and we're going to be happy. And if we're not, we're not. If we are, we are. I mean, there ain't a whole lot we can do. It's going to be the game that they're going to come up with. I hope that they do right by the Spider-Man community, and I hope they do right by the Marvel fans, and hope to do right by the actual fans that care about this, not some ones that have an agenda and they just want to put something in here just so they can have their 5 to 10 minutes of fame. And I'm going to say that till the day's long end. But guys, what do you think about the DLC issue? Do you think it's a major issue? Did you want DLC? Did you not want DLC? Do you not care anymore? Did you have issues with Spider-Man 2? Honestly, I know there was issues with controlling the environment, controlling the time of day. Same thing with the suit. Same thing with the glitches. It did feel like it was rushed just a little bit, but at the same time, it felt like that there were things that they forgot to put in there, or they just did not put enough time into. I don't know. But again, guys, those are my thoughts. I know this is going to be another little bit late video, but let me know what you think about it, and I'll see you as always on the next one.